field with the play, John Madden. Then I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the paint. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it brings both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers. We're set for football, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And some room to run there. It's it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 62 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Off left tackle, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of the...
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
His defense for the Dolphins, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all-time.
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Jones.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. Daly. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 5-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, and they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Off play action. Daly rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
To throw on third down. Daly. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And that's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw it to tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Derrick Henry.
with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Is good. Makes the score Dolphins 21, Packers 3.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. An inside give to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Daly. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
jet sweep. Here's Watson.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Back to throw. Daly. Jones has it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And we've hit the 2-minute. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Daly. This is caught. Touchdown.
yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Hurts. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Oh, able to avoid him. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing is Hurts. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they're going to decline that and choose to bring up 2nd down.
So did you feel like maybe this is just a mistake that they don't take the penalty
possibly
here? Either that or they feel like their defense just cannot be moved on very well. They'd rather go ahead and use the downs.
The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 3rd down, Daly. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next. They go play action with Hurts. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He got 29 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 103 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Seven yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Hurts.
steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A handoff running left, Henry. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring out a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, Daly. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side with Jones.
To about the 40-yard line. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Daly. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll look to throw again.
Completes it again to Dobbs. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And down to the 36-yard line here.
137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to...
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on 3rd down. Daly. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Jones is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. It looked, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional